Welcome students. Today we will start a new chapter from history and in our last lesson, that means chapter 1, we came to know about the history, why to read history, then the dates, how the dates are counted, and what are the inscriptions, then monuments, artifacts, coins, then literary sources also we came to know. And today we will start the second chapter, that means early humans 1. Students, millions of years ago, people or the human beings, their existence we find through these sources, that means these archaeological and literary sources. From that we came to know that earlier periods, how the humans were. So many evidences or proofs the archaeologists have found, and from that we came to know that millions of years ago human beings were there on earth, and they were nomads. So earlier people were nomads because they did not know how to cook food, then how to grow crops. So they had to live on fruits, and that means gathering fruits, gathering vegetables. Vegetables were not there, only the fruits. So they had to gather, and they were hunter-gatherers. That means they used to hunt animals. So that were the main source of their food. And if in one area, if it is finished, they had to go to another area in search of food, water and shelter also. So that is why they were called nomads. And their life was primitive. That means they did not wear anything. During the summer season, when the hot season was there, so they did not wear anything. And during the winter, they used to wear the skins of animals, and they used to spend their night in trees, okay, in caves also, rock shelters also. And they mostly used the stones because stones were available. That is why time periods has been made. So time periods had been made depending on the tools. That means they used the tools, that means the stones. So depending on the stones, how they used, based on that, time periods has been made. And we find there are 3 time periods. And what are these? These are Paleolithic or Old Stone Age, Mesolithic or Middle Stone Age, and Neolithic or New Stone Age. This 3 time periods we find. And Paleo means old, Meso means middle, and Neo means new. And this lithic means it is the stone. So these are the stone time periods, we can say: old, middle, new. And the period we can see here up to 10,000 BCE. Up to 10,000 BCE, that means before Common Era, up to 10,000 it was there. That means from the very beginning up to 10,000 BCE, this time period was there. That means Old Stone Age. After that, Mesolithic or Middle Stone Age we find from 10,000 to 8,000 BCE, before Common Era. This is the time period of Middle Stone Age, and lastly we find Neolithic. Neolithic we find 8000 to 4000 BCE. So this is the time period of Stone Age. And this Paleolithic, again it is divided into early, that means lower, middle and late upper Paleolithics. So again it has been divided. And humans, that time humans used crude stone tools. Crude stone tools, that means how it was found in the nature, and they used that stone. So there was no shape, that means how the shape was, that shape only they used, and it is called crude stone. Then in the Middle Stone Age we find stone tools of this period. That means the stones, those were used, they are called microliths. That means the stones which they used to use, it was called microliths. So they were smaller and sharper and more efficient than the tools of Paleolithic period. That means in this period we find here there is no shape, that means they did not know how to use. So how it was there in the nature, they used. After that they have given shape, that means it was sharper and more efficient from the Paleolithic age, and it was smaller also. Apart from stone, animals' bones and horns were also used to make tools. So after hunting the animals, the horns were also used for tools, and animal bones also, it was also very hard, so they used it as tools. Now Neolithic, that means New Stone Age. So here we find there was an improvement, further improvement we can say, there was a further improvement over that Middle Stone Age. That means they have improved a lot. These tools were much sharper, they have made it more sharper, and they were polished also to spark. That means the shining, they have polished also. A large number of axes, sickles, spears and arrowheads. That means this is called arrowhead, that means in front of the arrow the sharp thing is made for hunting the animals. So many things they have improved, and all, that means many parts of India it was spreaded. Okay, so I think this thing, Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic, it is clear. Now let us come sites. What are called sites? So sites are the places where the archaeologists, they go, dig the soil and find out the evidences. These are called sites, where we can find the evidences of early people. So generally these evidences are in the form of stone tools. So as they used stones much, that is why the stones are found much. Some finished and unfinished also. That means in old Stone Age we find the unfinished, and in the new Stone Age we find the finished stone tools. So these are the things. So these places where the archaeologists found these things, they are called sites. A few sites have been marked out in the map. In your book, one map is given, and the clues are also given, marking with colors: green color, red color, square, rectangle. So you study the map, you will understand where these evidences are found. And humans generally settled close to rivers. So early people, they used to, in the last chapter we have read that early people, they used to live near the rivers. Why? Because they can easily get the water for their daily needs, and they can grow crops also, because the river valleys are very fertile. So that things you know, I think. So in the last chapter we have discussed this. Now humans make tools. So a large number of tools belonging to the three Stone Age periods, these three Stone Age periods, a large number of tools they have made, and it was found in many places. Most of them were stone, since stone was easily available. Because stone was easily available, that is why they used stones much. So in the beginning, humans searched for stones which could be used as tools. So they were just searching only what stone is suitable for making tools. And later they started making crude stone tools for specific needs. So they were searching only and they have not found, and they started using the crude stones. That means no finished stones. Crude stones they started. And flint is a type of stone, and it was widely used to make tools. And after that they have found flint, and it could be easily molded. Okay, so flint keeps easily, it could be molded into different shapes. So various shapes can be given to flint stone. Early humans chipped flint and other stones till they acquired the desired shape. So that means they can make the flint as various shapes. Both big and small stones were used to make tools and weapons. So tools and weapons also they have made. Suppose sometimes the wild animals, they attack, so that time they used these stones. That means these weapons or tools. The bigger ones were shaped into axe head. Which stone is bigger? They used it as axe head. Then hammers and choppers also, for chopping meat and for chopping trees. So they used. And the axe head was tied to a stick, which made it a more efficient tool. So that we can see in picture that the axe head, that means it was there in the head of the stick, and it was more efficient. And still smaller stones were given a sharp point, and smaller stones can be given a sharp point, and it was used in the arrow, that means arrowhead, and spear also. So these were used to hunt animals. So all these were used for hunt animals. Now techniques for making tools. What are the techniques they used? So two types of techniques they used that time. It was stone on stone. One is stone on stone and another is pressure flaking. So what is stone on stone? Stone on stone, you can see the picture in your book, page number 13. So stone on stone, in this method, what they do, the stone to be shaped into a tool was held in one hand. That means in one hand one stone will be there, and another stone was held in other hand. That means two stones will be in two hands, and the second stone was used to strike. So one stone will be stroke, and till the first stone acquired the desired shape. That means if we strike one another, that means one stone will break or it will get a shape. So it is called stone on stone. So that way also they get the desired shape. And another is pressure flaking. So what is pressure flaking? The stone to be chipped was placed on a firm surface such as a rock. So firm surface, that means it is very hard, and on a rock they used to keep, and what they do, a stone shaft from one end was kept on the first stone. So two stones are there and one stone on that rock another stone is kept, and with the other rock, other stone, they used to make it chipped till they get the desired shape. Then this was done till the first stone was of the desired shape. So here also we find the two stones, they are pressuring on one another till they get the desired shape. So this was the process they used. And what are the uses? And you must make fire. So these things we will discuss in our next class. So let us conclude here. Thank you.